Hi everyone, Luna here. Thanks for joining me and checking out Plague Inc. This is a game that I've loved for like a seriously long time, but I forgot that it existed and that I had it. Okay. Um, Following new plague has been discovered, but for you guys, I've this is how far I've played since I've gotten the game on this computer. I've gotten all the way up to Parasite. But for my first video, I figured I'd start on bacteria. The whole point of this game is to design a plague that takes over the world and kills everybody. Um, it's super morbid, but it's a ton of fun. These modification codes or mutation genes are ones that I've unlocked from like getting a high score or doing so well in another game. One thing I never do, unlike somebody else that I know, I don't use cheats in my games. Um, yes, I would like to increase the chance of my plague mutating because, um, at least in the bacteria level, it costs money to make your plague mutate. So if you can make it mutate on its own, that's a plus. Yes, I would like to give it a bonus in arid climates. And yes, I would like to give it a bonus in humid climates. And DNA is how you buy other things in the game and like unlock things. Um, so like for every so many people that you infect, you get DNA points. So let's see. Casual, I'll just go through these with you really quick. Um, no one washes their hands. Research doctors don't work at all. Sick people are given hugs and a pat on the back. I'm going to skip over normal because that's the one I'm going to play on. Brutal. There's compulsive hand washing. Doctors never go home. And sick people are locked in prison. Mega brutal. Genetic drift impacts evolution. Doctors invest in research and random medical checkups. So we're going to play on normal. 67.3% of people wash hands. Doctors work 3 days a week, and sick people are ignored. What should I name this? I'm going to name this... Oh, I know I don't look a super troll today. I'm loving the fact that it's raining outside, and I'm taking advantage of my lazy day. I'm going to name this Toro after my kitty. I'm going to name it Toro Delilah. Toro is my boy kitty. Delilah is my girl kitty. Delilah is fixed. TMI, but they're madly in love. Let's see. Welcome to Plague Inc. You are a new bacteria. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans to eliminate the plague. Or blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, I guess it's important for people who haven't played the game before. Select a country to begin your plague. When you click on it, you can see more information, pop the start bubble to confirm, or click on another country instead. So in the US, the population, there's a lot of people. There's 316 million. But you don't want to start a plague there, at least with the bacteria, because people are very good about washing their hands. There's a lot of healthcare. It's very reminiscent of like the real world. So usually with the bacteria, I'll start with some place that's heavily populated, like India, which has billions of people, and a lot of poor places. Another good place to start is Brazil because there's a lot of favelas, which are the ghetto, and there's like no healthcare there. China's another good one, but again, there's a lot of doctors. So we're going to go with India. Toro Delilah has infected its first human. Weak but used to hot temperatures, it must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. And see the plains, hit the spacebar to pause. The planes, which are right here, and like the boats, which are right here, eventually will start carrying the bacteria, the contagion, to other parts of the world if you get your area infected enough. And I'm actually, these up here on the right. Right now it's paused. Hit space again. It's going to be playing regular. I'm going to put it on fast forward just because if you play this game like regular, it just takes so long. And actually, there's supposed to be music with this game. There's supposed to be music with this game, so stand by. I might have had turned it off the last time I played it, so we are going to just put on some background music. And I am going to go with something that's longer than 20 minutes. Cool. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, sorry about that. And actually, at the beginning, I'm going to speed it up extra fast. Toro Delilah begins to spread. Now, if I click here, I can see how many people in India are infected. And pause it for a second. 42 people in the world, 42 people in India. It hasn't spread to any other countries yet. But then say, like, pause it, go over here to disease, where it says transmission. What I'm going to do, because India is a warm area, right here, pathogen evolves to withstand hot temperatures and climates. I'm going to evolve this capability of the bacteria. Now I only have 4 DNA points. So I'm just going to go, let's see what I want to do next. I want to be able to give this pathogen ability to travel on dust particles, increase infectivity, especially in arid environments, and plane transmission. That's what I want next. You have successfully evolved Toro Delilah. And Toro Delilah infects hundreds. And then, like, if you guys want to know stats about that are countries that are healthy, right here, countries that have people that are dead, and countries that are infected. My goal is to have this filled up with, it's so morbid, this game is so morbid, but the goal is to kill the world. Before, yeah, same, you can get the same menu from here, or here, but this part right here where it says world, if that fills up with blue, you want to hope that you're have infected everybody, or some people have started to die, because that, as soon as that fills up all the way with blue, basically you've lost the game, because that's what shows, like, that's basically like the research percentage towards a cure. Okay, I'll stop again, hit disease. We're definitely going to make it more powerful in arid environments. And India is a poor country already, so we're going to go ahead and infect the water because they're not going to have the ability to, like, filter that out. Toro Delilah has infected more people in the world than TB has. It's very infectious. That's good. Yay, it's spreading to more countries. It's more infective than HIV. Now it's just like taking off. I think another good one, the planes in the game can install filters, so I'm going to upgrade the air one again. Planes in the game can install filters so that bacteria can't get through, so even if they have like a sick person on the plane, essentially that sick person won't infect anybody else. Medicine in Australia is slowing infection, so that's something to keep in mind, and we're actually going to pause it and go here. Abilities. Pathogen becomes resistant to class 1 and 2 antibiotics. Increase effectiveness in wealthy countries. So we're going to go ahead. Oops. No. We don't want to devolve that. I might have accidentally bought that one. Oops. Oh well. We're going to make it resistant to class 3 and 4 antibiotics. Well, we have the DNA points. Might as well. We already know about the world menu. You can see down here, just by infecting this many places and people, we've infected, I'd say, like a fifth of the world. So that's exciting. Oh, shit. When there's a lot of bubbles like that, I like to just pause it. Okay. You don't pause it and you're not fast enough, you actually lose those DNA points. I think now would be a good time to add transmission symptoms. So far, it mutated on its own. It increased the chance of infection by spreading the pathogen into surroundings, especially in high-density areas, from coughing. The rash one doesn't bother me that much, but in the other evolutions of the different types of diseases, you don't want to have a rash right away because it makes it more noticeable. Inability to sleep makes people irritable and less productive. So, yep, I definitely want to involve that one. And then paranoia one is great because people are less likely to go to the doctors. Nausea, no. Anemia is another good one to evolve. And we still have 28 DNA points. So I'm going to do cold resistance because what got me when I'm going to like amp up the cold resistance, because what originally got me when I first started playing the game was I'd have taken over the whole world with the disease, but this lovely little area right here, Greenland, would take forever to get infected, and the research would be done and the world would be cured before it would ever get infected. This music is catchy. And this game is called Plague Inc. You can get it off of Steam, but also it's available for iPhone and Android, and I'm not getting paid to promote them at all. I just have loved this game. I'm not sure how long it's been officially out for, but I've definitely been playing it for like the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years. And at one point, everybody in my house was playing with it, like when I was still living with my dad. We should probably spend some DNA points. My dad was playing it, my brothers were playing it, my stepmom was playing it. We're amp up the heat resistance and environmental hardening. So this will make it like able to travel to any environment, and nothing in the environment will be able to destroy it. Let's see. Pathogen becomes harder to analyze in the lab. Decreases future research speed. We definitely want that one, even though research hasn't begun yet. Transmission. We'll add transmission to birds. And another symptom. Immune system produces inhibitors that destroy factor 1, 2, 3, 8. Preventing blood clotting, infectivity increase. Another one that's good because it increases the chance of infectivity without people even realizing that they're getting infected. So, The world is like almost done. Yes, we got our first death in Central Africa. Well, I'm sure there's deaths before that. The only downside to this game is it tells you there was like the first death, but obviously that was not the first death. Um, well, there's some research being done, but I'm not worried about it. What the heck? We will go to abilities, change that genetic reshuffle, and continue to let the world infect itself. Huge earthquake in Japan. Billions of dollars of damage caused in Japan. Who expects it will take years to repair the damage caused to thousands of businesses, homes, and research facilities? Cool, so Japan is destroyed. Japan begins to break down. The world is almost completely infected, and per usual, Greenland is the last place to get infected. So yeah, you can help combat or slow down the infection or the cure research by popping these blue bubbles. So those are the ones you want to pop first. Cure is 50% complete, and there are no more healthy people left in the world. Now it's time to amp up the symptoms that could kill people. Seizures, pneumonia, pulmonary edema, potentially fatal heart abnormality, causes breakdown of the respiratory system, releasing the pathogen into the air. Let's see. Insanity. Neuropathic action of the pathogen from the frontal cortex causes severe emotional and behavioral abnormalities, making it significantly harder to cure. And let's go back to our menu. Global research. Globally, people are focused on trying to cure the disease, but okay, now we're going to go to the abilities. The pathogen does not reproduce in lab conditions. Decrease future research speed. Evolve that, duh. And so the amount of people dead is going up steadily. The amount of people, or the amount of cure research is going up. But another thing you can do when you get to this point is transmission. Like you can sell all those points back. And like I said, I have a special thing. Why is it not letting me devolve? Weird. Usually you can sell back the DNA points, and I have a thing, usually you only get 2 at a time, but, okay, much better. Usually you only get 2 at a time, but because I've unlocked a special thing, you get bonus points for devolving them. Oh, yeah, I wanted to devolve that. Sure. We'll genetically reshuffle things and see how that goes. Set back the research a little bit. And we've killed more people than the Spanish flu. Now I'm basically just popping blue bubbles. Diarrhea symptom mutated on its own, so that's good. Diarrhea can be an extremely helpful tool. Nice. When trying to infect people, because it dehydrates them, and dehydration is like a huge cause. Shit. It's a huge cause of shit. Yeah, no, literally. It's a huge cause of like why people get sick. Let's see. Abilities. The last genetic reshuffle costs 36 points. So we've sold back all our transmission. I'm going to sell back the rash symptom and the coughing symptom and the hemophilia. And now I'm going to go to abilities and buy the last genetic reshuffle and hope that this causes the cure percentage to go backwards. And it didn't. Oh, it did. Okay. Cool. So I might have to give this another shot. But if that's the case, yeah, I'm going to have to give it another shot. I am going to make a second video. Let's see, this is what happens when you lose. Even if, like, 60% of the world dies and 40% are cured, you still lose the game. So, well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to click subscribe down below. And, yeah, can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.